Well, hello there, this is Circle 30 coming at you from North Remembers with a little bit of a base building bulletin, just a quick video to keep you all updated with the more common attack styles that are going down at the moment in the Town Hall 9 universe and what you should be doing to stop them. If you've been watching a few of the war recaps from BMW Fire and myself, you'll probably be unsurprised to hear that a large part of today's meta is to bring bowlers in the CC to back up or adapt a more classic style that we've all been used to seeing in the past. Notably, your classic HGH raid has been adapted to include CC bowlers and it's now HGHB. Similarly, Stoned Goho has become Stoned Hobo, and the same kill squad with back-end loons has been coined as Logo Bowl, and works on similar basis to the ones you might have attacked with Govalo in the past. Now, the common denominator for all these attacks is whether you're using hogs or loons for the back end, and whether you use giants and healers or a bunch of golems to tank. What you're seeing is a powerful set of tanks backed up by CC bowlers. You funnel this set of troops into the core of the base, rage it all up, and watch as the core of the base gets completely gutted, and this seems to be far more powerful than in previous metas, simply because of the huge reach of the bowlers. I have a small shout out to make to DWS from North Remembers, who did some research into bowlers that allowed me to create this beautifully crafted infographic here. So if you're as good at maths as I am, that's an 8-tile reach that the bowlers have, and this is the minimum radius of core that they're going to take out when they're standing in the middle of your village, which at Town Hall 9 is insane. If you take this random base here and arbitrarily cut out an 8-tile radius from the centre, not even accounting for the fact that bowlers have legs and can move, that leaves you with just this thin ring around the edge with which to defend the raid. So, there's a general conundrum here, but a partial solution can again be found by looking into the current meta and noticing that the long queen walks that used to be a feature of nearly every raid aren't actually around quite so much anymore. So there is actually slightly less need to push critical structures like ADs, the queen and giant bombs inwards to protect against them. It's a hard sell either way. You probably shouldn't expose multiple GBs or air defences to a single queen walk, or alternatively core more than 2. But with this said, the not cored but not exposed area of your base where you should put these structures has expanded, or moved slightly closer to the base perimeter if you prefer. Now, to attempt to reinforce my reputation as a central resource for helpful and practical tips, here's a nice way to visualise whether your critical structures are well protected against this core bowler assault. You should very simply draw 2 boxes around them, one for giant bombs and one for ADs like so, and measure the width of the boxes. I can almost certainly say there'll be a few exceptions to this rule, but as a solid starting point, if one of your boxes is narrower than, say, 15 tiles in one direction or another, you should think about expanding it in that direction. However, in doing this, there is one more facet of the current meta that you should be aware of, and that is air attacks, all of which have been made considerably stronger by the introduction of the level 4 Lava Hound. So those ADs that you push out of the core of your base to stop the larger bowler kill squads are going to be potentially vulnerable to a small hero or Laloon push, so you should try to protect these ADs from heroes with either high hit point barriers or awkward pathing, and from Laloon by increasing the loon path length to your ADs. For example, the shortest path for loons to access this AD is 1, 2, 3 defences, so if you were to attempt to Lalo this defence, despite it being exposed, it would take a long time for the balloons to reach it, and you might force a haste or a rage spell, making the attack just that little bit more starved for power. So that's all for this mini episode on defending the bowlers. I hope that you guys find this helpful. My next video will likely be a longer strategy guide, but I've brought these tips to you just to keep you guys on your toes, as it were, with a common Town Hall 9 attack. So, remember to send your warbases to nr.circle30@gmail.com if you want it reviewed, and until the next time, this is Circle 30 reminding you to stay frosty.